TV station, and if he'd been taking a little longer to fix it, I wouldn't even have put up with it. My name's Ken Garren. I live at 4840 Lower Street. I've lived in Valdosta since February of 1965. I served this community for 40 years in 2 different capacities. Every day, every week, every month, I had a bullseye on my back because I was asked to look at things and come up with a recommendation for or against a concept and idea of development. And many times, and then I had to go to the city officials, the county officials, Hayhire, Lake Parks, or wherever, and sell them on that and convince the citizens. Well, I wasn't always successful, but what I learned from that was that we could agree to disagree. Many times, Mr. Bennett and I crossed swords. We lived through it. I think a couple of times Mr. Copeland had a client through it when I was in planning. And I don't think Mr. Call ever felt the wrath of me in real estate, but some of his friends have. But there's 106,000 people in this community, according to the preliminary estimates since it. I'm one of them. And I guess I'm the silent majority. This is the first time I've come to speak for anybody since December of 2006. The biggest thing on my plate right now is making sure I watch Jeopardy and making sure I got enough wood for my buckskin. But I have supported this community in every way I could. I worked for this community to the best of my ability. I followed everything that's been going on, good, bad, or indifferent. And of course, the biomass thing, when it first surfaced, I talked to Brad, Allan, everybody. I read everything I could about it. I went to some of these meetings and I listened and I tried to soak it up. I'm not very smart, but I finally started seeing a picture and something coming through. So I made a decision that although I'm concerned about a lot of things, and I'm concerned about anything that we do in this community, I have to trust those people who are in those positions that they'll do homework and make the right decision. And then I'll live with that. If it turns out they're wrong, then we live with that. But what bothered me was when I started reading in the paper about the veiled threats, the personal issues. You know, if I let the personal feelings come between me and what I was trying to do, I would have talked to anybody in this county. I mean, one month I had them on my neck, and the next month they were my friends because we saw the difference. But when I started reading about veiled threats, when I started reading about people being chastised because they didn't accept a brochure or some literature, you know, that bothered me. And then when I read one of the rants about it, where they wondered how you folks were chosen. Well, if you don't know how these people are selected, then you're jumping. So I mean, you know, they ought to do the basic homework. But I'm here tonight to say that I've looked at it, I've researched it. I don't always agree with the things the authority does because to me it would be a dull world. But I trust that you have done your homework. You've done your due diligence. And I look forward to when that facility's up and running because then it'll become another part of our selection. I remember, Norman remembers, Sterling, when they first came, although it was a lot different because of the way it was handled initially. But they're there years and years later. They're part of this corporate neighborhood. You read about what they're doing in this community, and I guarantee you they're the most regulated industry in this town and county. And nobody's turned green. It don't glow in the dark at night, and they become a part of this neighborhood. But nobody thinks about that now because they're a part of this community. Where was everybody in support when Brad was talking a while ago about Lowe's? Very few people know it took 5 years when Lowe's came to town after they had been here 10 years. They came to town, they sent their relocation and evaluators here, and they said, we're here to evaluate this facility. Because of the demographics, you aren't a target anymore. There's so many stores that we consider a distribution center. And that would have meant losing 1,100 jobs because they could close it and put it in mothballs. Well, for 5 years, we worked and scraped and begged and borrowed and figured and connived and finally came up with a plan they accepted. So instead of losing those jobs, it's expanded and we kept them here. no one came out and supported that. They just assumed we were gonna do it. It's only when things that people are opposed to that come out. And I guess that's from human nature. Letica Corporation. It took Steve and I 5 years to get them out there gigging. They've been here a long time. They said, we're coming. And the city and the county started. It was on us when it's going to happen. Be patient. They said, be patient. And soon they did. So we worked hard, and that's what you folks are doing now. And, you know, I'm almost 70 years old now, and I plan to be here for a while longer. And I'm tired of being silent. So I'm here tonight to tell you, I appreciate what you do. I support this facility out here. I've talked to everybody at length, and so I'm not going to be quiet. So I thank you for giving me the time, and now I can get home and catch number 14.
Thank you very much,
Oh,
Mr.
by the way,
Garren.
the tract of land up here, Roy, let me tell you about that acre. The building, asbestos shingles, was at Moody. And a guy bought it, moved it out there that field. Yes. And the county told him to get rid of it. So he did. Tore it, let it fall down, and he covered up with dirt. So the only thing out there asbestos is the shingles.
I have a prize for you, Mr. Garren. While I was on my way to Korea in December, I picked up the New York Times, and there was this article, and I just had to have a copy. And so this is an article, and this is about a Swedish city. And this Swedish city is using pig innards, they're using, and wood, they're using biomass to completely go away from oil and coal to make their power. And so, as a prize for you to come and speak tonight, I'm gonna let you have that.
I'm gonna take that and read it. By the way, I burned. I burned, especially these cold winters, I burned 5 cords of wood, 5 cord of wood in my butt stove that's sitting in my fireplace. And I polluted the air.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.